Hi, thanks for watching this video. Now I'm going to create AWS Lambda function and configure the HTTP calls from API gateways. First, you Google AWS Management Console and sign into it. I enter my password. You can find Lambda under the compute. The above is my recently visited service. They are saved. Lambda. Get started. Actually, AWS has provided a lot of templates for us to use. They call it blueprint. We can make use of it. First, select the runtime. That's the language. I select Node.js. And the filter, I enter hello to find out hello world. The next step is configure triggers, but that's not necessary. We can skip it. Then is the configure. You have to configure function, the name of a function. Let's say random number generator. Our purpose is to generate random number. Okay, the runtime is Node.js you selected before. Next is the code. AWS has 3 ways to deal with your code. You can edit here, you can upload a zip file, or you can upload a file from S3. Since our function is very simple, we just add it here. To save time, I just replace our code. Okay. The handler is what we want to output. It has 3 variables. The first 2 are not important. Callback is important. It has 2 variables. If the results is true, it will output the second variable. If it's false, it outputs nothing. In Node.js, the function of creating random number just can create numbers from 0 to 1. So I make some formula with the min number, a max number to make it create numbers larger than 0. That's our code. Next, there are some other configurations I need to make, but it's okay to leave some of them blank or by default since we don't need it. Like the environment variables, we don't configure it. The handler is what we define in the code. Handler in Node.js, that's index.handler. So it's all right. Row, you can choose an existing row or create a new row. For example, if I want to create a new row, I just type the row test. Policy templates is the permissions you want to give your row. I give it a simple microservice permissions. Tags are used to create your function by groups. We don't need it. Advanced settings, memory and timeout are important. Memory is the capacity AWS provides you to execute your code. The timeout, I can change it to any time, say 5 seconds. But if your function cannot be executed with timeout, it will output some error message. Next is the dead letter queue, or some permissions about the virtual private cloud, X-ray, KMS message, leave them by default. Well done. Next, you review your Lambda function information. They're all right. Okay, create function. Row with name test already exists. Oh, okay. Edit it. Let's give another name of our row name, test2. Next, create. The first time you create your Lambda function, it may take some time, so just wait patiently. that you can see, congratulations, your lambda function has been successfully created. Here's our code, the configurations. As where we configure previously steps. Triggers are blank, tags are blank, monitoring. Now you see no change in the figures, but after you test your function, you will see some change here. Okay, we test our function. This is the sample template for the hello world. We don't need it. Just save and test. See, the execution result, it outputs some random number 36. And here's some summary, how long you use it, how much capacity you use it. If we click test again, it's another number. Okay, let's see the monitoring. You see there's the invocation count. That's how many times your function is invoked. So our lambda function is successfully created. Next, we are going to configure the HTTP calls in API gateways.